We are already approaching the end of May of 2025, and still to this very day, the Meghan Markle drama is only getting worse over time, not just over at Netflix, but throughout the entire film industry and within the entire Hollywood bubble. This is Mike Zero. Subscribe if you're new, and like this video to see future updates. You can also follow me at Mike01. I thank you all so very much for the great and kind support. Now, we know that reshoots are looming for With Love Meghan Season 2, as I like to call it, Season 1 Part 2, because that's what it really is. Let's be very honest about this. But when looking at everything else that's been going on, we know that Netflix CEO Greg Peters is having a very tough time with the board of directors, which, by the way, are very divided over Meghan Markle's status over at Netflix. We know that her contract and its expiration is looming for this September, and whether or not it gets renewed, well, that actually has a lot to do with other various factors out there. What's interesting about this, though, has a lot more to do with the fact that Meghan Markle is actually going through a series of other issues leading up to the reshoots for Season 2, and now how it involves Taylor Swift. This is where it really does truly hit below rock bottom. This is now hitting bedrock at this point. What's interesting here, though, has a lot more to do with exactly what's been going on between both Taylor Swift and Meghan Markle in the midst of the drama related to With Love Meghan Season 2. Now, we already know that this season in particular basically is only being called a Season 2 to create a facade, that this series basically was all the more successful than it's made out to be, right? Basically calling it Season 2 makes it actually sound like it got renewed or that it got picked up. However, to make matters even worse here, with Meghan Markle already facing major backlash after getting, of course, and going through, of course, actual criticism and going after the criticism over her Netflix series, and also after she was rejected by Amazon MGM Studios, one significant development going on now involves more to do with her issues over at Netflix, where she recently did the unthinkable that is already creating more chaos at Netflix HQ. Now, a crucial update to this now involves Taylor Swift, yet again, getting dragged in the Meghan Markle fiasco over at Netflix. This comes just after Meghan Markle desperately reached out to both Taylor Swift personally and her entire team across the board for the third time now about joining the cast for With Love Meghan Season 2 for the third episode to film a scene on the beach of specifically Laguna Beach in California. Now, this was a strategic move by Meghan Markle, where she reportedly wanted to put their differences aside by displaying this in the series. However, in a shocking turn of events, Meghan was reportedly told off by Taylor Swift personally, where Taylor demanded Meghan Markle to stop bothering her and that she is not interested in getting involved in anything phony or anything that would actually impact her career. To make matters worse, for Markle's sake, is that Taylor and her entire team had a direct meeting with Meghan Markle and Netflix that they have zero interest in ever promoting their work for Taylor on a show about Meghan Markle. This reportedly seriously humiliated Meghan Markle behind the scenes at Netflix, a recent emergency meeting, of course, that took place where they are desperately trying to get a certain amount of new celebrities, mega celebrities, mind you, to join the cast of Season 2 of With Love Meghan. Now, Taylor also labeled Markle as being very manipulative and calculated with her negotiations of bringing her onto the show. This remote meeting that Meghan actually had with Taylor and her entire team was best described as the worst conversation that Meghan had for the production of With Love Meghan, and it shattered her confidence in getting any kind of a mega celebrity on board of the show. Now, it turns out, get this, that this is exactly why she is now in talks with Katy Perry to have her on Season 2 to cook while discussing her time in space, and to also sing on Laguna Beach. Those conversations are still going on as we speak. However, Taylor already gave Meghan a serious warning to never bother her again about her, of course, getting involved with Love Meghan Season 2. Now, guys, let me stop here for 1 second. Now, we talked about this like back in April of this year, where she actually reached out to Taylor Swift twice and was rejected. It was a short, response. It was a short rejection. But now, Meghan Markle really just went all out, begged her desperately to go on the show, and was told off by Taylor Swift and her entire team that they don't want to be bothered anymore, right? And if you think about it, why would Taylor Swift want to jeopardize her entire career of getting mixed up with Meghan Markle on a series like this? Now look, this comes as no surprise. You guys may very well recall, I think it was like well over a year ago at this point, where we stand right now. is that she was also rejected by Taylor Swift going on her podcast well over a year ago. That did not work out as well. So again, we know that Meghan Markle, it seems like that she never takes no for an answer, and I think that this may very well be the final nail in the coffin for Meghan Markle with season 2 of getting any kind of a mega celebrity, a mega singer / performer to fulfill the scene on Laguna Beach. Because now, of course, Taylor Swift obviously made it fully clear for the 3rd time, stop bothering me, I don't want to get involved in this series, I don't want to actually jeopardize my career. All negotiations are off the table, all conversations will never happen again for this series in particular. That's basically the sum of what happened between Markle and Taylor. And again, we know at the same exact time, Netflix is desperately trying to get this scene fulfilled, because they actually did reserve an actual spot to actually have, you know, a mega celebrity or a filming location for Laguna Beach. And I would not be too shocked if they just change the nature of the scene. Maybe they won't have somebody singing on that beach now. Maybe they'll just have a major cookout on the beach. I would not be too, you know, overall surprised about that. But again, moving onwards here, now Markle is on the hunt, get this, for someone else to sing on Laguna Beach in front of multiple children of certain celebrities to serve as the ending of Season 2, Episode 3. Already Markle is begging the board to renew her contract and not only give her a 3rd season, but also an entire new show. We talked about this just a couple of hours ago. This is leaving the board very divided on that call. The Markle, of course, and Taylor Swift issues also got worse. After this, of course, where Meghan then asked Taylor again about going on her new podcast. Taylor also refused about that with a very frustrated response, and this is said to be why Meghan has been acting up recently and being very bitter behind the scenes and in the public, since they have nobody as of now to complete and fulfill the scene for episode 3 for season 2. The scene may very well end up getting cancelled and scrubbed. So again, look, we have no doubt about that this scene most likely will get scrubbed within the 2nd week of June, which is when they do plan to do reshoots for episode 3 to actually lengthen that episode, to make it longer, and to actually have an ending that features a mega performer, a mega singer, to sing on Laguna Beach. I don't think it's going to happen with anybody at this point. The fact that there are conversations with Katy Perry is also embarrassing. The fact that she's stooped that low to the point where she's now willing to go on Meghan Markle's show after getting that ongoing backlash that's still happening to this day, by the way, from the Blue Origin spaceflight. But again, we know that this series, I think it's going to be a bigger ratings disaster than the first part, or as they like to call it, Season 1, because of these actual reasons. Not only are they making it political, but there's also a lot of behind-the-scenes drama going on that's going around like wildfire when it comes to the corporate ladder of specific studios out there. But overall, I would like to hear what everyone has to say about this below in the comments. Anything ranging from the whole Meghan Markle nonsense to the Taylor and Meghan grudge going on. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel, and I will catch you guys later.